Today, we're looking at Roy L. Pearson Jr., the former administrative law judge who became infamous worldwide for the $54 million pants lawsuit. His case turned into one of the most notorious examples of frivolous litigation in U.S. history. But where is he now? In 2005, Pearson dropped off a pair of pants at custom cleaners in Washington, D.C. When he believed they returned the wrong pair, he sued the Chung family, demanding an astonishing $67 million, later reduced to $54 million. He based his claims on the dry cleaner's satisfaction guaranteed sign, arguing it was misleading. The trial in 2007 drew heavy media attention, with Pearson representing himself. Ultimately, Judge Judith Bartnoff ruled against him, siding with the Chungs. The case became a symbol of excessive litigation, earning him the nickname Judge Fancy Pants. The fallout was severe. Pearson was denied reappointment as an administrative law judge later in 2007, effectively ending his judicial career. He later filed lawsuits against Washington, D.C., claiming wrongful dismissal, but these were dismissed as well. In 2020, the D.C. Court of Appeals upheld a 90-day suspension of his law license for engaging in frivolous litigation and misconduct, though he retained his membership in the D.C. bar. Where is he now? As of now, Roy L. Pearson Jr. is no longer serving as a judge and does not appear to hold any major public legal role. Publicly available records show that he still maintains his D.C. bar membership, but there are no recent reports of him practicing law in a high-profile capacity. According to our findings, he applied as a staff attorney in a federal agency, but was rejected. He has lived a quiet and mostly private life since his suspension, remembered primarily for the infamous pants lawsuit that defined his career. Roy L. Pearson Jr.'s story is a cautionary tale about how a single case can overshadow an entire career. Once a respected administrative law judge, he is now remembered around the world for a lawsuit over a pair of pants. So what do you think? Was his case an example of a man standing up for his principles, or the ultimate symbol of frivolous lawsuits in America? Let us know in the comments where you're watching from, and what lesson you take from this story.